Hey everyone, so this is going to be NPC Police version 2.x, 2.2.x, so this one's particularly 45, and what I'm going to do is cover building a very basic jail. I've got a pre-built one here right now. This one's pretty basic, 2 cells. We've got a chest for the exit point for their inventory since we'll be taking it in the demo, and over here a place to put a warden, judge, whatever you want to do. They can pay off their fines or other people can pay off their fines. Typically when I build a jail, I like to have it to where the people in jail can talk to that same warden as the people outside. It does not have to be that way. You can build multiple. You don't have to have one either. It's up to you. So first thing you're going to want to do, you'll build your area, and then you're going to want to get your wand, and you want to have a region. Now, a lot of cases, most of you already have a region anyway, but make sure you select a region. When you do this, make sure you select the block in the ground and not up here. If you do it on this level, if there's any kind of jitter, people fluttering, slight dips in the ground, they will be marked as escape because their body will actually be on the lower level. You don't want that. And then select the top of your jail. So now I have the jail right here, pretty much the whole box selected, and I'm going to define a region. And first you have to learn the type. So now we have a jail selected, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in here and we're going to go np create jail, and then I'm just going to call this my jail, and as you can see, auto fixes anything, start typing it, and then we're going to call it town jail. So the first part is going to be my jail is a name. Once you name a jail, you cannot rename it. This name has to be unique across your server. It's got to be unique on the whole server, not just the world. This is how I identify the jails. So once you create a jail, you get this menu. In this menu, there's your short name. You cannot click it, you cannot change it. That is permanent. The only way to change a jail is to delete the whole thing. Public name, you can click on it, you can change it. Jail region, you can go down here and click in jail, change it. Spawn points. Now, a spawn point is going to be where people come out of the jail. So I generally have a door here, but they don't have the ability to open an iron door. So what I usually do is I'll come in here and I will say, you know what, give me a spawn point, my exit. There we go. Wherever you're standing and looking at is where it's going to log it from. So now when they're done serving their jail time, they will pop out right here. This right here is a chest. The chest, if you click down here, and this pertains to the inventory management system, so you can come in and you can say when they get arrested, I want to take their inventory. This means no. If it's an X, click it again, get a check. Now it's going to take it. On return, these little recycle icons mean they're for the global or the world server setting or world settings. It goes from the server down to the world setting down to a jail. A jail will always override the world setting, a world will always override the server. So on escape, that sucks to be them, they don't get their stuff back. However, when they're free and they've served their time, they should get their stuff back. Next, click on this, hit enter, and you're just going to click on the chest. 2.2.45, I have fixed it so you can now support dual chest, where before it was only a single. I recognize whichever direction they're sitting, so do it up, whatever direction you put them, doesn't matter. It also supports trap chest, but I would not use the trap if you could. So now that that's set, let's go into the jail. We're going to add some cells. So you're going to go NP, add cell, hit tab. There's one cell added. Come in here, add cell. Now we've got 2. And just in case you ever forget, you can say show cells. Click that, and little musical notes will pop up where the cells are. You can now see that you have cells right here that'll play for roughly 25 seconds, I think it is. Alright, so now we have that. Your next bet you want to do, I would create a guard. So what you're going to do is NPC create guard. Hopefully it doesn't come up with some goofy skin. I'm surprised it did not. Give it the trait of Sentinel. You do not have to, but I would, because otherwise they won't do anything. And then once you're done with that, things I like to do, go into Sentinel, And I like to do remove ignore owner. When you're testing, this is golden. You won't be able to attack it. It won't attack you if you're the owner. So you're going to wonder why it doesn't work on you. Next one I like to do is Sentinel. I think it's attach. Yeah, there we go. Let's give it like 8. Okay, so it's actually damage. 8 or 89. There we go, 8. That is how much damage it'll do. And then next thing you know, let's do path. We're going to give it a path to walk on. And just for giggles, we'll have it walk around the building. There we go. Now our guard is going to wander around the building. And he's going to attack for a lot more than he should because he doesn't have a weapon, but this is just for tutorial, so I don't think it really matters much. Now let's go in here. Next thing you want to do, let's create an NPC. You do not have to do this, but I would. And with this one, what you're going to want to do, once you create this NPC, go NPC. Down here, this menu is really what you care about. So the first thing you want to do is you want to give it a right-click menu. That makes it to where when they right-click on this NPC, it'll bring up a menu, just like this. Up here, when you're wanted, I'll show you in a second, it'll show a gold bar. That means you can pay off your fine. It'll show you how much you owe. Down here, shows other players that are serving in the jail. These are people that are currently on the server and wanted. And fugitives. That means they've escaped. Okay, so since this guy's sitting in a jail, let's give him a look close. Now he's going to look at whoever's coming near him. He should not move, so one thing you can do to make sure people do not move him, give him a path. Put him right there in the path. Now he'll stay there. Now when people come in, he'll look at him. And they can come in here and they can be like, hey, I want to pay a fine. See him, voila. Same from over here. Alright, so that's your basic jail. One final thing to do. This NPC, let's select him. Catch him as he comes around because I'm slow at typing. Go NPC again. This is important for these guys. Acts as a guard. That means he will chase down players who are wanted, have a wanted status, or anything like that. The only way it will chase them down is if you push this LOS attack right here. Now with this, one thing to keep in mind is if they do LOS attack, which we have now, we're going to run up behind him and I'll explain this to you. Right now he could not see me. When he turns that corner, no, probably wouldn't, but right about there he would have saw me. So if somebody's running behind him, he can't see behind his head, he's not going to see him. The other one you can do is you can do groups. And that would be, I think jail might actually have that. Let's see if the jail has that. I think it does. No. So this is going to be world or global. These right here are the groups. So when somebody becomes wanted, you can throw them in a group, and then if you have a permissions plugin that supports groups, temporary groups, it'll add it in there via Vault. Make sure you have Vault for this to work. That's my interface. Same with if you're in jail. You can assign a group. When they're out of jail, it'll take it away. If you're escaped, it'll put it on there. And when you get free of escape and serve your time, it'll go away. Pretty basic stuff. But LOS is the one I use. That way you don't have to worry about it too much. Some of the other options in here, PvP officer. This guard will monitor for players PvPing each other. So you could turn that on, turn it off. Some areas you might not want to have it, others you might. Completely up to you. The alert distance. This is the maximum distance an NPC can be from a guard to alert them. This one doesn't really matter too much for a guard because a guard is actually the one that's listening for other NPCs. But if you were to place an NPC out here, and now we're going to say 5. He can only alert a guard 5. Doesn't have much of a voice. So with that, what will happen is if I attack him, see, guard can't hear him, not in the area. We'll just we'll keep going. I don't think the guard will ever be within 5 blocks of this guy. Yeah, so see, you can't hear it. But if we were to go NPC and you were to change that to, let's say, 30, now let's attack him. That guard should come within 30 blocks pretty soon. Yep, now the guard wants me. I'm in creative, he's not going to attack me, but if I go game mode, he is going to attack me if he sees me, which he cannot see me running behind him yet. Oh, he caught me. And then he'll just sit here and attack me. He'll basically beat me down to where my damage is greater than 0 and then throw me in jail. And now I get to sit in jail, and as you can see, I got a fine. And I got 23 seconds left on my bounty. 20, 19, 18. So, you know, stuck in here until my time is up, and since I set an exit point, it'll kick me out of the jail. And I should get my stuff back in the chest. So if you look, I don't have any inventory. Once I'm out, I'll get my inventory back. Voila. Come over here, click on that. There's my wand. Nice wand for world edit. And I no longer have to pay a fine. Guard won't attack me. Not wanted anymore. But I do have a history of arrest. So that concludes building a basic jail. I'll give another tutorial that goes over some of the other information. I'm going to follow this one up with a more advanced jail design because not too many people have just a square jail that will necessarily fit within one little region. You might with polygons make it work, but it gets pretty advanced sometimes. So I will catch up with you guys later.